The top two teams are headed your way, and one of them is headed to Italy. It's championship time on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, and Samtrans. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the final show of the season, our championship match. We've got the two strongest teams of the season behind me. They're about to play the final game. And joining us, as always, is our wonderful coach, Mr. Frank Saboti. I would like to introduce the first team. They are the Mills High School Vikings. Congratulations for making it this far. Garrett Chan. We've talked a lot this season, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. You want to talk about your favorite restaurant in the Bay Area?
It's Boulevard.
Well,
yes.
You couldn't have picked, a better choice. It's a very good restaurant.
Good, yeah.
How often do you dine there with your family?
Not that often, maybe twice a year.
Twice a year,
yeah.
Good. So we're, I'm not going to hit you up for money.
Yes.
But what's your favorite dish at Boulevard?
I like everything, but I really think
that was such a safe answer. We're going to move on, Garrett. Thank you. Anurag Dulapalli. Anurag, you've finally caved in to your baser instincts, and you would like to use this forum to talk about your feelings for somebody special. I don't know if you want to ask her to the prom or if you just want to talk about how much you adore her, but here's your chance to talk about Taylor Swift. Go.
Okay. So, since the beginning of 2000,
10 seconds.
Country music has been poor, and then Taylor Swift
4
has come
seconds.
in and revolutionized the genre.
Congratulations, Anurag. I'm sure that Taylor's going to contact you, or her people will contact your people. Julia Lee. We didn't know this about you in all the time we've talked. It's been really interesting. You come across as a very intelligent and wise young woman, and yet your life's goal is to emulate the status and the appearance of another famous performer.
Yeah, totally. Lady Gaga is one of my idols.
I can tell.
The bubble dress, I think that's amazing.
Yeah?
Her fashion sense is very, very out there.
Why have you never, ever taken that jump into her fashion realm on Quiz Kids?
I don't know. Maybe after this. We'll see.
Oh, sure, right. If you win, I expect to see you, a film of you on the Roman Appian Way in a bubble dress. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Mark Chan. All right, for the collaboration round, last time, you guys are going to be given 7 questions, each worth 10 points. Answer all 7 correctly. You will earn a bonus of 30 points for 100 points total. And you can choose from one of 3 categories: €1 coin, $2 bill, or 100 yen note.
€1 coin.
€1 coin. All right, each of the countries that uses the euro has their own design for the front of the coin. I'll name a feature on the front of a euro coin, and you tell me the country it's from. Garrett feels so good about this. First one. A portrait of Mozart.
Austria.
That's right, for 10. Pope Benedict.
Vatican City.
Vatican City is correct. A harp.
Greece.
Sure.
Okay, Greece.
Ireland. The Colosseum.
Italy.
The Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela.
Spain.
In my best Castilian, yes. Yes. The Brandenburg Gate.
Germany.
Right. And finally, a portrait of Queen Beatrix.
The
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Netherlands.
That's right, for 10. They got 60 points. Congratulations. We will return to meet the other team after these messages. We have returned, and with us are the other team. Is the other team with the grammar question. Mission San Jose Warriors, hi! And the first player are Da Wei Lu. This summer you have a big plan. You hope to win. You hope to go on a big trip, but you already have a big trip planned. What is that?
So me and a couple of friends, him included.
Me and a couple of friends is gonna take.
We are going to go to Southern California. We might spend 2 or 3 weeks, and we're just gonna like road trip and have like a very good senior year summer.
Wow, wild and crazy. Take the 101 coast. It's very pretty. You could stop at lovely colonial inns and go to Solvang and have those delicious little puff pastries. It'd be a really hectic, crazy high school time.
Yes.
Good. Youngjun Na. This summer you have a plan.
Yeah.
Trying to learn how to sing.
Yeah, basically.
You love singing.
Well, I like music and I like singing along, except hearing my own voice makes me like feel very pitiful about myself.
I think you can do it, Youngjun. I think you can do it. And to make it even more exciting, I'm going to ask you now to sing the before so that we can hear after the summer the after.
It's
so
okay.
how do you sound now? Just sing, you know, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Go.
It's okay.
He's embarrassed.
I don't hear it, Youngjun.
I'm sorry.
I don't hear it. You chicken, you're gonna have to learn to go, you know, step on to the tightrope. Kirk Jing, you're a senior, and you're off to college next year. And if you get into a college where you actually get to leave home, you are going to you have a plan to avert the infamous freshman 15.
I can't afford another 15. Just can't afford another 15.
All right, and what is that plan?
Well,
it better not be a plan that's going to be dinged on the air, okay?
Okay, number one, I need to stop soda, like completely. I need to cut that out.
Very good idea, cut out soda.
Number two, I need to sleep later, so when I wake up, it'll be like 11, so I can't eat
Skip that
breakfast.
morning class, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And third?
That's a good question.
Third
I'll
is,
think of this later.
I know what it is, because you're going to skip your classes, you'll be thrown out of college, you'll live on the street, and you'll be begging for food.
Yeah, that works.
I'll get rid of that freshman 15. Let's give a big hand to your coach, little Jeffrey Lee. I understand Jeffrey is a big Justin Bieber fan.
Yeah.
That's very good, very exciting. Yeah. You guys can choose between $2 bill and 100 yen note.
We'll take the 100 yen note.
100 yen note.
100 yen note. I'll describe some things found in Japan.
Let's go.
This electronics giant introduced the Walkman and the Discman.
Sony.
Right, for 10. The A-bomb dome is part of this city's Peace Memorial.
Hiroshima.
Right. It's what the Japanese call bullet trains.
Shinkansen.
Go.
Shinkansen.
Correct.
Nice.
It was the home of the 1972 Olympic Winter Games.
Nagano.
Nagano.
What is it?
Wait, Nagano?
No, it was Sapporo.
Oh, okay. Crap.
These buckwheat noodles are often served cold.
Soba.
Soba.
Soba?
Right. It's the form of classical Japanese drama besides No and Bunraku.
Kabuki.
Kabuki?
Correct. Finally, she's to Sanrio what Mickey Mouse is to Disney.
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Yes, it's Kirk Jing's favorite person. That's right. 60 points. We are tied up. We will be right back with the three-for-all.
Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
Well, the great news here is that both our teams are winners. Our second-place team is going to receive for each member a $1,000 scholarship, courtesy of our friends at Knights Templar and the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And our winning team is going to go on a 9-day trip to Rome, Italy, courtesy of our friends at ACIS. I will be in the suitcase of, actually I will get all the Hello Kitty stuff out of Kirk's suitcase and take myself along. I hope that you have enjoyed this season. I hope you will support us next season. I hope you will help us have a new season by calling us at 650-637-1936. We're looking for sponsors and supporters, and we could really use your help. All right, you guys, it's time for the final three-for-all of the season. I will ask a toss-up question. The person who answers for her or his team correctly will then receive 2 subsequent questions. If you get the second question right, your score goes up by 20. And if you get all 3 right, your score goes up by 40. It is a tie game, which I would expect from our 2 strongest teams. Good luck to you both. Here's the first toss-up. Which Asian city was the first to host a Summer Olympics? Youngjun.
Tokyo.
For 20 points, in 1988, what became only the second Asian city to host a Summer Olympics?
Seoul.
Right, and for 40, which European city hosted the Winter Olympics in 1964 and again in 1976?
Is this Hungary? How about
Where?
Budapest?
Budapest?
Innsbruck.
Innsbruck. Okay.
Next toss-up. Give me the hyphenated name of the political party that held the White House continuously from 1800... Yes, Youngjun.
Democratic Republicans.
Correct. The Democratic Republicans were founded to oppose the policies of what party founded by Alexander Hamilton?
Federalists.
Right, and for 40 points, what party that existed from 1833 to 1856 was formed in opposition to the policies of President Andrew Jackson?
Whigs.
You scored 40 points. Congratulations. If you get this right, Youngjun has to sing with me. What musical, set during the Great Depression, traces an orphan who runs away, is adopted, and then kidnapped? Julia.
Annie.
Annie, Annie. Come on, Youngjun. Annie. For 20 points, what Philadelphia teenager got her big break in 1977 playing the role of Annie?
Barbra Streisand.
Okay.
Go, Julia, go.
Streisand.
That was so cute. Andrea McCardle. Next toss-up. What common cause of stroke occurs when a blood clot forms inside? Yes, Youngjun.
Aneurysm?
No. When a blood clot forms inside and blocks a major brain artery.
Arteriosclerosis? Arteriosclerosis?
It's a thrombosis. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking of Barbra Streisand singing Tomorrow. Sarcomeres are the functional units of the striated type of what tissue? Yes, Julia.
Muscle.
Right. Non-striated muscles, such as those found within the walls of organs and structures such as the stomach, are instead known as what kinds of muscles?
Smooth.
That's right, smooth or involuntary. For 40 points, name the oxygen-bearing protein found in almost all mammals that forms pigments responsible for making meat red.
Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin?
Say it.
Hemoglobin?
It's myoglobin.
Oh.
Here is the next toss-up. Jules Verne published Around the World in 80 Days in 1873. 16 years later, in 1889, which female reporter went around Dawe?
Dre Bly.
Say again?
Bly. Nellie Bly.
Nellie Bly is right. In 1989, which member of Monty Python starred in his own real life Around the World in 80 Days?
This is Richard something?
Any, yes.
Richard something.
It was kind of Michael Palin. Next toss-up. Together with Claude Bernard, what inventor of a rabies vaccine developed an... Yes, Youngjun.
Pasteur.
Yes. Because rabies victims in the later stages are unable to drink, the disease is sometimes known as what phobia?
Hydrophobia.
For 40 points, fear of water, such as fear of swimming, is not hydro, but what other phobia?
Aquaphobia.
You got 40 points. That's right. James Monroe was one of 3 presidents who died on what date in July? Youngjun.
4th.
For 20 points, name the other Virginia-born president who died exactly 5 years earlier in 1826.
Thomas Jefferson.
You sure?
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson.
Which of Jefferson's rivals in the 1796 presidential election also died on the same day?
John Adams.
You got another 40 points. Good for you. Who was within weeks of being ordained an Anglican clergyman when he impulsively took an unpaid post aboard a globe-circling ship in 1831? Julia.
Darwin.
Right. For 20 points, what was the name of the ship on which Darwin traveled?
Beagle?
Right. For 40 points, Darwin's father was persuaded to allow his son to take the voyage by his brother-in-law, the heir to what British porcelain dynasty? Anurag?
Windermere?
Wedgwood. 4 U.S. state names begin with the letter A. 4 others begin with what other vowel? Youngjun.
I.
Right. 3 of the I states are adjacent to each other. Name the one that's furthest east.
Indiana, right?
Indiana.
It's Indiana. Indiana.
Indiana.
That's correct. For 40, the name of what Indiana lake became part of a campaign slogan for William Henry Harrison?
Tippecanoe.
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 That is it for 40 points. The Neva River circles what Russian city that borders the Gulf of Finland? Yes, Garrett.
St. Petersburg?
Right, for 20 points. In 1924, St. Petersburg was renamed after what Bolshevik leader?
Lenin?
Right, for 40, St. Petersburg is one place you can go to experience which early summer phenomena where twilight lasts all night?
White nights.
White
nights.
That is correct for 40 points. Thunderhead Mountain in South Dakota is being carved into a memorial featuring what Oglala Lakota leader? Garrett.
Crazy Horse.
Right, for 20 points. This memorial is located 8 miles from what Black Hills monument completed in 1941?
Oh my God. Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. For 40 points, the Crazy Horse Memorial was started in 1948 by sculptor Zorzak Zulkovsky, who worked for one creator of Mount Rushmore. Who created Mount Rushmore was all we had to say. Sadists. It was Gutzen Borglum, which is hard enough. Hercules slew Hippolyta, who was the queen of what warrior? Yes, Youngjun.
Amazon.
Right. For 20 points, in which Shakespeare fantasy is Hippolyta engaged to Theseus, the Duke of Athens?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
For 40 points, what engineering features that commonly cross rivers never cross the Amazon?
What? A bridge.
What engineering features that commonly cross rivers never cross the Amazon?
Bridge.
They're called bridges, yeah. 40 points, yeah! Tobago is the smaller of the two main islands that make up what? Yes, Youngjun.
Trinidad.
Yes.
Tobago, yeah.
Yes. Trinidad and Tobago is home to what form of music popularized in the 50s by artists such as Harry Belafonte?
Reggae.
It's not reggae. It's before reggae.
Okay, go for it.
Just
Blues.
Calypso. That's the end of the round. 170 for Mills, 300 for Mission San Jose. Let's see if Mills can pull it back up after we return. All right, it's time for the final lightning round, and one of these teams is going to go to Italy. Let's find out who it is. 20 points for each question. Give me the right answer, you score the points. Give me the wrong answer, you lose 20 points. So see how well you strategize here. Good luck to both teams. First question. The pelican, hourglass, flame, eagle, crab, Garrett.
Wait. Lost? No, that's not.
Nope, not lost. And horsehead are examples of what type of astronomical object consisting of interstellar gas and dust?
Nebula.
Yeah, nebula.
That's right, for 20. A very bright variable double star in the constellation Aquila shares its name with what first commercial ready-made personal computer? Altair. The House of Tupou has ruled what South Pacific kingdom since 1845? Yes, Dawe.
Samoa?
No. You can steal.
Tonga.
That's right. The Second World War began when Great Britain declared war on Germany after Germany invaded which neighboring yes, Kirk?
Poland.
Right. With more than 16 known tombs, the Valley of the Kings was part of what Egyptian capital city? Youngjun.
Memphis.
Nope. You can steal.
Thebes. Thebes?
That's right. In 1854, what U.S. naval officer negotiated a treaty with Japanese officials? Yes, Youngjun.
Perry.
That's right. What smartphone is named for the high antioxidant fruit, Rubus fructi...
Blackberry?
That's right. Thank you. Heterochromia is a condition where one person may have two different colors in what part of the... Yes, Kirk.
Eye.
No, in what part of the eye?
Iris.
Iris?
That's right. Objects submerged in water appear to be shortened by 1/3 as a result of water's value of 1.33 for what? Yes, Youngjun.
Index of refraction.
Right. Some medications are OTC. What does this acronym, Julia?
Over the counter.
Correct. In college basketball, the player fouls out after committing... Yes, Dawe.
5.
No. How many fouls?
I thought it was 5.
Let's go with 4 then.
Okay.
4?
6.
No, can we argue that?
No. Which member of Robin Hood's Merry Men was a cleric? Yes, Youngjun.
Friar. Bad friar.
Bad friar.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
No. You can give me...
Tuck.
Friar Tuck. Sharia is the legal code associated with which religion whose...
Islam?
Yes. What?
Islam?
Right. An underground canal in the Rove Tunnel is a link between the Rhone River and what Mediterranean port city? The second most populous in France. Garrett.
Marseille.
Right. What phenomenon used by most police radar guns was first measured by placing trumpeters? Yes, Youngjun.
Doppler effect.
Right. Opera, Safari, Firefox, yes.
Internet browser systems.
Yes. Using coal tar, Charles Mansfield produced what compound whose keculae structures are rings containing 6 carbon atoms bound? Yes, Youngjun.
Benzene.
Right. If you're invited to KTV in Shanghai, you're likely going to do, yes, Dawe.
Karaoke.
Right, 2 minutes to go. What author of The Longest Journey wrote of Englishwoman visiting Florence in a room with a view and yes?
Ian Forster.
Right. What food company operates the Wienermobile? Youngjun?
Oscar Mayer.
Right. What English monarch who was given the French crown by the Treaty of Troyes won the Battle of Agincourt and succeeded
Henry
Dawe?
V.
What?
Henry V.
Right. Which Englishman painted Francis Carter and Robert Andrews after their wedding and a portrait of Jonathan Buttall in the title color of the Blue Boy? Yes, Garrett.
Gainsborough.
Right. What climbing, coiling, and trailing vine native to southern Japan and southeast China? Kirk.
Kudzu.
Yes. A physicist named Ray might tell you that a negatively charged electrode is called a what? Youngjun.
Cathode.
Yes. How many milliliters are there in 1 cubic centimeter? Youngjun.
1.
Yes, 1 minute to go. In the human eye, the eyeball is largely filled with the vitreous humor. But what other humor fills the space between, yes, Julia?
Aqueous?
Yes, that's correct. Figaro is the most famous musical barber, but a close second is what demon barber of Fleet Street? Doe.
Sweeney Todd.
Yes. By what rhyming name is the wireless communication standard 802.11 best known? Wi-Fi. 30 seconds. In the animated movie Finding Nemo, what kind of fish is Nemo? Youngjun.
Clownfish.
McGillicuddy's Reeks is a mountain range in what European nation? Oh, it's Ireland. On a clear day, what 14,410-foot peak, the highest in the Cascade Range? Youngjun.
Mount Whitney.
Nope. Can easily be seen from the cities of Tacoma and Seattle.
Rainier.
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 Is correct. Lombard Street in San Francisco may be famous, but a stretch of Vermont Street in Potrero Hill truly has what distinction? Garrett. It's crooked, but with 500 points, Mission San Jose is this season's champion. Woo! Great game, both teams. Congratulations. $1,000 scholarships to Mills. Trip to Italy for Mission San Jose. Thank you for joining us. I hope we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, Samtrans. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Knights Templar,